Hello. It's a fine morning. Had a very, very busy weekend. Went to a wedding. So much fun. Who doesn't love a good wedding? Who doesn't love just getting all fancy up, looking cute, having fun, being around other queer people? That's pretty much the best part, in my opinion. It's just all the awesome people who are just having good lives, living it, being part of it, right in the middle of everything. I just want everyone to be in this place of happiness and joy. All right. So I did a release of my text adventure, and it broke immediately. It was working fine when I was doing it, but I think my save game handling was not working correctly. So I need a new way to handle save games. I have some ideas. It's weird stuff like that is like, that's what's sometimes the most challenging, I think, about dev, is just like, how am I going to handle this situation that like every game developer has to handle at some point? Like how to save a game, how to save progress. Right now I was just storing all of the save games in the same file, and because it's a network game, it was opening and loading the same file at different occasions, I think. And that was what was causing the issue. So like, I'd have one person playing and another person at the same time would create a new save game, basically. And the file wouldn't save, I think. Although it was saving stuff. I don't know. But part of me is just like, why not? I didn't like necessarily do anything special with the Discord features. So why not just create a standalone? I feel like I wasted a bunch of my time doing that, but you learn. And it was my first sort of online based game. Even though I didn't use online features. So I learned a little bit about what it takes to, some of the problems running into like network-based stuff would be. I mean, ideally in the future I would use like a database of some sort, but I didn't feel like learning to use databases because I don't know those yet. I'll come across them someday. Or not. Who knows? That's the nice thing about being an indie. I don't want to do something in a game, I just don't. There's not like no publisher telling me I have to have this feature or that feature. Just me telling me I have to have this feature or that feature. Game dev dysphoria. So, just reapproaching. Alright. And of course, this is all just a distraction from the real pursuit, which is quiver quarrel. Which is what I should really be paying attention to. I'll be right back. Welcome. Alright. So maybe today I'll have to dive into a little bit of quiver quarrel and just back into the groove of working on it because I like that. It's such a fun game to play. It really is. Well, it's more fun to make than it is to play for me. But that's like kind of a standard thing. I love playing certain games. But there's some games where it's just like, I'd rather be making this. That's what sounds like fun to me. So I do. I make my own games. I like 2D games. There's something fun about it. And so, what am I going to do today? Makeup dev blog. Makeup marketing. I'm the marketing for my video game by being cute. So preposterous. And yeah, here we are. Yeah. Well, my forays into networking have absolved me of certain ideas that I was kind of moving forward on. So that's nice. One of my ideas was to make a multiplayer, and I was like a co-op mode maybe, where each person plays one archer, but it kind of spoils like the theme kind of, or the mood of the game in a way. But by the same time, it's kind of a cool concept, because you really do have to rely on your friends. And of course you have to wait until everybody dies before you can come back, because that's part of the game. Is like when you lose an archer, you lose them until you lose all of the archers. So that's such a pipe dream though. I mean, like, I would have to sell so many copies of the game to have even consider that. Not only do I have to sell the game, but then I just sell enough of the game, and then I have to make that. I have to learn about networking. I have to learn how to manage data, learn rollback, netcode, and so here I am doing my makeup, thinking about scope, and trying to, yeah, thinking about scope. Part of me is trying to decide whether I should quell some of my ideas. I mean, I could feasibly finish some of the paths in the game and like block off some of the paths and just release like a small version of the game. That might be a nice onus for me to keep moving forward with it. Or at least to like get it off my plate a little bit. Because right now it's just kind of hanging over my head. But at the same time, like, I have all these really great ideas, and I don't want to just release half of a game. I don't want to like release a $1 game, 99 cents or whatever it is. I don't know what the smallest I can charge on Steam is, besides free, I mean. So that's a question. Should I limit my scope for the sake of myself? I don't have unlimited time. And the time I do have, I don't spend making my game. I need more time alone. That's the key. I need somebody to push me. Well, I do have people that are behind me that support me. It's really nice. I have a lot of people who really want to see me succeed, and that feels really good. But do I want to see me succeed? What do I want? I want to do my makeup. Alright. I have too many colors. This isn't even all my colors. I have a drawer full of colors. 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 That's all of them. Palettes on palettes on palettes. It's all perfectly organized and very specific patterns. I'm wearing only red today. Should I just go with like full red? Is that cheesy? Is that corny? It kind of is. Should I even do shadow? It's Monday. Monday's the first day of the work week, and I feel it. I really feel that. Oh, I did this really cool. Oh my gosh. I wish I'd done a video of it. I did this really cool makeup for the wedding. I did like white liner, and then I did green liner above that. Looked so good. I'm tempted to do something just like that again today. But I don't really want to. Kind of just want to keep it simple. I'll do this bright yellow for my shade. And then I'm going to do pink color choices. So Quiver Coral uses the Atari palette. So all the colors, ostensibly, of course, are colors that you would see if you'd gotten an Atari 2600 and you were playing a game. But of course I break all the Atari 2600 color rules, because like on the Atari 2600 you can only change what color you're using a few times per scan line for different reasons. And a lot of that just comes down to the fact that the chip that they were using to turn the data into pixels for the TV didn't have a lot of time. So you didn't like have a lot of time to be like, where is this pixel now? And then also what color is it going to be? And like change that in the middle of processing. The chips weren't fast enough. And so that's why you look at an Atari game and oftentimes you see just like 1 or 2 colors per scan line. And items can't change their color on one scan line. So you'll have like a red, and then the next line you can have a blue. And then the next line you can have a red again, and you can sort of switch around like that. And of course, the more complicated you get, the more information the Atari has to manage. And so you're constantly having to like figure out what is the most important information for you to have in your game. But I don't have to deal with that. I just have to draw the colors. But I still like to like understand that Because on a certain level, I'm also just going for that aesthetic. You've looked at the art style for Quiver Coral as it currently exists. It very much has that blocky Atari 2600 feel to it. I never had a 2600 growing up. I was never that kid. We had an NES. And then I don't think I got a single video game system until a PlayStation. And when I got my PlayStation, it was way old. Like at least already 10 years old when I finally got one. But I played the heck out of that. I actually bought my brother's for $40. Can't get them for $40 anymore. You might be able to. $40 isn't as much money as it was back then, though. So, yeah, I played a lot of Silent Hill. But I had a friend who had all the systems, and they were like my best friend. So I was able to just go over to his house and play his Super Nintendo and his N64, his PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and if it was a video game system, he got one. If it was a game that he wanted, he got it. So he had a lot of games, and he had a lot of video game systems. Very fortunate for him. He wasn't so fortunate in other ways, though, so we can't all be 100% lucky. Because he ended up not having so great a life himself. And I won't go into that, but I think about that a lot. He didn't finish grade school. Very smart. Very wonderful. Well, he could be wonderful. He could also be a bit of a devil, so I guess there's some of that. So, if you're listening, which you probably heard, I do care about you. Yeah, pretty simple makeup. Can't even tell that I'm wearing makeup, really. Unless you know makeup. I feel like I need something more. Oh well. Thanks for tuning in.